Hello all! Today's theme is I've got my muscles. It's about violence against women, which we call feminicídio in Brazil. Does violence against women happen in the United States? Yes, it does. So it was December 1st, 2007, and I was just woken up by my then husband screaming at my bird, Lindsay Lohan, a cockatoo. And that is one thing that American people don't do is gesticulate like we do. We and Italian people, they don't show any body gestures as they are communicating. So as he was screaming at my bird, Lindsay Lohan, I was a Brazilian person, again being a Brazilian person, and I said, don't scream at my bird. When I did that, I almost got killed in the spot. The first thing he did, he was at the bathroom door. I was exiting our bedroom and I approached him at the bathroom door, and he grabbed me by my neck with both of his hands and choked me very strongly to the point where I was really losing air. And he dragged me that way, all the way to the living room. Once we reached the living room, he punched my face left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, so many times. And then he punched both of my breasts left, right, left, right, left, right, many, many times. During this entire time, I tried to kick him, to punch him, but I was incapable of. And so at some point, he realized what he was doing, and he stopped, put his hand back, and stretched his head toward me, and said, "You wanna punch me? Punch me. Go ahead, punch me, punch me." And at the heat of the moment, I thought I won't lose this opportunity for anything in my life. So I went left, right, left, right, left, right, head, like eyes, throat, and that man was visibly destroyed. Once I finished doing that, he realized I had given him some marks. He started punching me again, left, right, and then he grabbed me by the hair and dragged me all the way to the living room door toward his garage, his driveway. He literally dragged me down the floor by my hair, like caveman, you know? Then he locked the door and called 911, saying that I had hit him. I went back inside the house by the basement. His mother was there sleeping, and I told her I would call the police for her son, that he had just hit me, and then I called the police, but he had already done. The police came quickly. We lived very close to the police station, and when they came, they're like, "How can we believe you are the victim if you have absolutely no marks? And look at this man. His eyes were like coming out of his face. Blood was spilling out of his throat. He was a mess." And I'm like, "Well, I must have something. I can't move my neck, and I need to look at myself in the bathroom." They're like, "Go ahead." So I went to look at myself, and I only had a tiny little red mark on my left breast, and I had to show them. And then they're like, "All right, so let's everybody go to talk to the judge and see what the judge decides, because we don't know what to make out of this story." Then, thank God, the judge knew the two of us. I had already attended a candle party at the judge's house with his mom. And Brazilian people will be like, what is a candle party? But a candle party is a little bit more weird than book club. But that's a story for another day. So the judge knew his family very well. And once we both saw the judge, he said, I know those two. The man is the troublemaker. He stays here. She can go home. So he got arrested. I got an order of protection against him. And I moved out from his house. So I hadn't had sex with him for the rest of December, for January, February, and I came to Brazil in February. During trial, I told them I already had this trip scheduled to go to Brazil, and I wanna go. They're like, go. And I came back in March. And my son was born in December. So let's count: March, April, May, June, July, September, August. Oops. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. My son was born on December 21st, 2008. So there is absolutely no way for the man to be my son's father because I hadn't even had sex with him. He had already violated me, almost killed me 3 months prior to that. My son was made in Brazil, and the name of his real father is Paulo Emanuel Marques dos Reis Coelho. Paulo Emanuel Marques dos Reis Coelho. He is a Portuguese man. Well, he's an African man from a country where they speak Portuguese. Light skin. His family has light eyes. My son was born with blue eyes. And they speak Portuguese from Portugal over there. So it's impossible that man is my son's father. Anyway, então, pessoal, depois de simplesmente 6 meses de eu ter sido sexualmente atacada por um homem que também já tinha atacado 14 mulheres lá nos Estados Unidos, um americano, eu fui atacada pelo meu próprio marido. E vocês saberão todos os detalhes desse ataque se vocês conseguirem entender o inglês. Se vocês não conseguirem, em somente 30 dias eu vou conseguir fazer vocês entender, falar, escrever e ler. Então tente o meu curso. Por que o meu curso é tão rápido? Porque eu uso as técnicas dos livros Are You a Jay When Crossing the Street and Preaching Wheels. São livros de memória, tem várias técnicas de memorização muito conhecidas nele e também tem uma técnica que nasceu para enquanto eu ajudava alguém a recuperar a memória, foi criada ali no momento. Então uma técnica própria do livro. E essa técnica é muito efetiva para aprender qualquer coisa. E eu uso para ensinar cultura, arte, cursos preparatórios em geral. Então, venham aprender inglês com essa técnica. Porque passar 3 anos para fazer algo que você pode fazer em 30 dias